Well, hello everyone. Carrie Beck here with FamilyEbiz. I hope you are having a great Monday, staying cool and all the heat that's going around the country and everything. If you are joining me live or on the replay, please leave a comment. Let me know what's the one thing that you're trying to get done this week. We are working today. We're going to talk about staying focused and motivated. And you sort of need to know what you want to stay focused on and motivated for. So leave me a comment. Is it growing your email list? Is it writing an ebook? Is it starting a podcast? Is it I don't know, getting your website up and running? And I don't know, but you put something in there right now so that we know what you are actually trying to work on. So, and if you're here, let me know that you're here. I'm not on my phone. I am just on my computer. So, yes, it is the end. For those of you that don't know, I run FamilyEbiz, but I also run a homeschool business. And last week we had homeschool superheroes. It was a lot of fun. Moms were motivated, encouraged. We had great speakers, enough to where I would like to find out from y'all if we were to have an event in the online business realm, would that be interesting to you? I've really sort of been toying with that idea. So instead of making an assumption, I'm going to ask you. In fact, I'll be sending out some emails a little bit later just to find out what, if you're interested, if you, certain topics. And so please let me know if that is something of interest to you, because this event, we got such a great response, both from the speakers and from the sponsors and from the attendees as well. All right, let's go ahead and let's start. Today we are talking about how to stay focused and motivated. First of all, you need to know what you're focused on. That's why I've asked you to leave a comment wherever you are listening to me. We want to start with number one. The first thing actually I want to talk about is being motivated. If you're going to be motivated to keep going, you need a reason for why you have an online business. And don't just tell me to make money. There needs to be something deeper about why. Your why needs to be bigger than your worry. That's what Amy Porterfield says. Your why needs to be so big that you can actually it'll get you going. And if we'll get rid of the distractions so that you can stay focused. But if you're not motivated, if there isn't a deep rooted motivation beyond just making money, yes, that is something. A business makes money. Now, if you're just researching it, you just go to a bunch of podcasts and whatever, that's not a business. A business is something that's actually pulled the trigger and doing what they need to do to begin a business. And it is scary at times. It can be risky. Y'all know I'm a person of faith, so I just trust in God that He's going to provide the business that I need and the income that I need as well. So, what that would be another thing. You can tell me what your project is, but what's your big why? All right. For us, it's freedom. For me, it's freedom. I'm not going to dive into it because sometimes I say something and then everyone sort of copies that. But I want to go deeper. And when I say freedom, that is not just, that's not my rule. There's some serious things that go on. And it really allows me, especially in my homeschool niche, to be able to help my moms and help the people that really need help. And so there is some big why there for me. It's not money. Yes, we need to make money for it to be a business. Other, it's a hobby. So that's obvious. So that can't be your why. You need to have something deeper, something that when it is 5 o'clock and you still have another hour or two to work, and you're like, I've got to get this done. It's sort of like going on vacation. When you go on vacation, somehow that day beforehand, you get so much more done than you do in a normal day. That's because your why is so big. You're leaving town the next day. What is your why? Whatever your why is, that should keep you motivated. All right, let's talk about staying focused. All right, a few things that I do, and we're going to get into a few little details, but one thing is I do keep a to-do list. I used to show you a paper copy one. If you're a paper one, great. I still keep a paper copy of just things I need to get done, but it's not in the order I need to get it done. I have begun, and especially the last year, using a software. It's completely free called Trello. Trello, we will put that wherever you're listening, that will be linked below. And that is something I keep a running to-do list in Trello. It took me 2 or 3 years to figure out that they had checklists. So I have what we call a card. It's a card, you open it up, and it's got all the stuff for my to-do list. And each checklist is a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And when it's done, I can check it off. The thing I like about this is like right now it's on Monday. If there's something I didn't get done, I can just take my little mouse and move it to the top of Tuesday. At the end of the day today, I will look at Tuesday and I will make sure the things on Tuesday are in the exact order that I need to do them. So that when I open my laptop or my desktop or wherever I'm working, when I open it up, I don't have to think. So here's a real tip to stay focused during that time period. I personally think you need to plan your day the day before. You need to plan the evening because when you finish work, it's so fresh on your mind. You waste a lot of time, a lot of times 15 minutes, and some of y'all are stay-at-home moms. 15 minutes is huge. You could write an email in 15 minutes. You could create 5 images in 15 minutes. You could do a lot with 15 minutes. So I have that Trello to-do list. That's one way that I stay focused. And then I can move things around. I have lots of other Trello lists and cards. I'm not going to go into detail about how to use that. That has really helped me. And I can go from week to week. I can check it off. I can delete it if I'm no longer needing to do it. But as I work through that list, here's a little clue. This isn't one of your tips. All right. The third one is a time management tip. Number one, our motivation is why. What is your reasoning? Number two, you need to know how to get a to-do list that will work for you. Trello works for me. I used to do pen and paper. If I were doing pencil and paper every night, I would go get my pencil and erase all the numbers, and then I would renumber them, at least just 2 or 3 things that I knew I had to do, start the day. You might want to eat the frog. Eat the frog means you do the hardest thing first and get it over with. All right. Sometimes there's something that is just time sensitive that you have to do first thing the next morning. For instance, my car insurance is due on Wednesday. I've already done it this weekend, but if I hadn't paid it, that would be the first thing tomorrow that I would be doing. All right. That wasn't like hard. It's just something that had to get done. So you sort of need to balance that. The other thing when it comes to that to-do list is don't get distracted. You want to stay focused. So what does that mean if we stay focused? You turn off all those notifications on your tabs. You don't open Facebook, you close it down. You don't get notifications except for phone calls, maybe and texts from your family. You don't get all those red dots, and you certainly don't get email notifications on your phone or social media notifications. You will never get anything done. Turn off the notifications when you are focused on work. So, so true. And then the other thing with my to-do list that helps me stay focused is to wait and do email and Facebook in the afternoon. Now, sometimes I have to do something for business in the morning. Like I need to post something. But I'm going to tell you, Facebook is a time suck, even from business standpoint. I go in, I post it, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, 20 plus notifications. Oh my gosh, I've got 5 DMs there. You have got to force yourself to not look at that. Get the thing posted and close that window down. And don't look at it again till the afternoon. In fact, today I really haven't even looked at Facebook until just recently, sort of missed a deadline. Some people have posted. I thought, some of you online marketers, y'all are online like 24/7 because it had only been 2 hours since something was posted and I just saw it and I was still like the 10th person to sign up. Oh, well, that's because I was focusing on my homeschool niche. All right, so don't go down the notification rabbit trail. Order everything the night before for your to-do list. Leave email and Facebook to the afternoon. I don't know about you, my brain doesn't think as well in the afternoon. And so that is something that I can sort of take care of later on in the day. So know your why, that keeps you motivated. And then to-do list and stay focused on that to-do list tips. Number 3, time management. So you got all this time in the day. You've got to decide and block out some time. It may look different week to week and day to day. It may be, especially if you are a stay-at-home mom, you may one week have some activities with your kids, so you're working at different times. Actually, I was just on a master class with some homeschool moms, and they were trying to figure out if they could take my leadership course, like how much time did it really take? And really, an hour a week, you could get a lot done. And I was like, but that may overwhelm them. So I said 3 days a week, 20 minutes each time. Do you have that? If you don't, this may not be the right time. You, as an online business, have got to find at least 20 minutes a day to work on your business to grow it. You know what this mom said? Oh, yeah, I can do that after I put the kids down for a nap or after I put the kids down in the evening. So she, with the babies, could find 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week to work on her homeschool. Can you find even just 20 minutes? I would encourage you to 30 minutes a day. All right, so that is your big schedule and find out where it is. Hopefully, you can spend an hour. Now, to stay focused during that, I've already told you one thing, close Facebook, close email, do not even have it open. And I would encourage you to use the Pomodoro method. Some of y'all use it for an hour. I personally think that is too long. You may disagree with me, but let me tell you my reasoning. If you put it down for an hour, let's be honest, you're going to cheat and go for another 5 or 10 minutes. Then all of a sudden it's an hour and 15 minutes. Your body needs to get up and move. If you sit long, I asked the eye doctor, what can I do for my eyes to sort of get them? Is there anything I can do to improve them? And she said, do you work in front of the computer? I said, yes. She said, every 20 minutes, you need to look away. I said, oh, well, every 25 minutes I get up from my computer. So I don't even sit in front of the computer because I do a 25 on, a 5 minute off. Now, the 5 minutes, a lot of times I go downstairs and tell Google, hey, set a timer for 3 minutes. And that way, when it goes off, I've still got a minute or two to get back upstairs. But if you do an hour, all of a sudden you've sat for an hour and 15, hour and a half. And your brain needs a break. You need a break. If it's nothing more than get up, walk downstairs, upstairs, nothing more than get up and go to the bathroom, nothing more than go and heat your coffee, even a 1 minute break is better for your brain. And now you think, oh, I'm going to lose my focus. Not really. It is better to work in smaller increments. All right. And take a little bit of a break. Now, I will tell you how. There are some days all I can do is just get up, go downstairs, get my coffee, come back, and that's it. No time for that 5 minute. But to help you feel like you're getting things done around the house or around your office or wherever you're working, I would encourage you focus for 25 minutes. It's a game. You do not do anything for 25 minutes, but stay focused on that task. If you finish in 15, you look at your list and immediately go to the next task. During that 5 minutes, there's a lot you can do in 5 minutes. I can empty the dishwasher. I can take the trash out. I can throw clothes in the washer or into the dryer. I can clean the bathroom sink and mirror in 5 minutes. One bathroom. It doesn't take that long unless it's filthy dirty. I can sweep the floor. I actually, during some of those 5 minutes, go outside and walk up and down my driveway and pray for 5 minutes. There's a lot you can do, but I'm going to tell you, when I have really not had the problem that when I come back, I can't remember what I did in just a 4 or 5 minute break. So I would encourage you to really reconsider the hour. An hour is a long time. And your back needs to get up. I don't know about you, but that is one of the best things that I can do for my body and my back and my brain as well. Now, as you are writing, I'm going to tell you another little trick to stay focused. If you are writing blog posts or emails or sales page or whatever, when you are writing your draft, you write it and you don't try to correct as you go. You just write and get all those thoughts out onto the screen, onto your computer. Then go back and do some editing. And I have a really hard time with this because I see a misspelled word and I'm like, oh no, or something's not spaced right or whatever. I'm just like, Carrie, especially a product or lead magnet that I'm writing or an email. I want it to flow. I want to keep my thoughts flowing and keep them getting out. And they may get all mixed up and you may have to go fix them, but you're staying focused and you're getting the things out of your head and onto the screen, the paper, wherever you're writing. All right. Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about grammar mistakes. You can fix them later. You can edit them later. You can rearrange them and do whatever it is you need to do. That would be another thing that you can do, like in that time management. Get it all out there and then worry about editing and stuff. Otherwise, your brain forgets what it's thinking about because you're going back to rewrite a misspelled word or whatever. Okay. So let's just talk about this. Number one, your why is your motivation. It needs to be huge and big. No, your why needs to be bigger than your worry and your wait. A lot of you wait to pull that trigger. If you're waiting, I would say get it done this week. Get something done for your business. Write it here and commit to it right here. Number two, to-do list. All right, do it the night before, get it in order. Don't have notification rabbit trails. Do your non-thinking things like email and Facebook in the afternoon so you don't get sucked away. And not just physically like I'm doing it, but mentally, because sometimes you have to solve problems in email. And then it distracts you. So when you go back to doing something that's a money-making activity, you're still thinking about that person that has a problem, a customer service issue. So that's another thing. And then number three, time management. Get your schedule, block your time, use your Pomodoro method. I highly recommend less than 30 minutes for each setting time. Take a break. It can be a quick break. Get up and down and walk around, or it can be a 5-minute break and get something done around your house that you need to get done. All right, I'm going to also, wherever you're watching this, there should be a link to some more time management tips that you can use, as well as our FamilyEbiz Blueprint. I hope that will help you take your business to the next level or at least get started. Thanks so much for spending time with me. If you are listening to this on YouTube or somewhere else, remember to subscribe to the little subscribe button so that we can get this out to more people and help more people like you. I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know your biggest takeaway and what is the one activity that you're going to stay focused and motivated for. Carrie Beck, FamilyEbiz, helping families start, grow, and scale their online business.